Hey, comic book fans, my nerdy friends, and my geeky compadres, what's going on? Welcome to another Trading with RWC. This week we're going to take a look at a book that I've been meaning to get back into for quite a while. It's actually characters that were the first ones I ever read, and have been not reading them for quite a long time now. But this is Archie, The Married Life, Book 1. Okay, so first things first, Archie, The Married Life, Book 1. Written by Michael Uslan and Paul Kupperberg. Pencils by Norm Breyfogle. Inking by Andrew Pepoy and Joe Rubinstein. Letters by Janice Chang and Jack Morelli. And coloring by Glenn Whitmore. That's more credits than I usually give, but they were all on the same page. So, what we have here is a book, well, book 1 of a series that is pretty much two separate worlds kind of combined. So what they had done here with the Archie universe is, if anybody else has ever read Archie, you know that Archie has spent his life in between two girls, Betty and Veronica. Always back and forth as far as the love life goes. And I forget which issue it is, but they finally decided that Archie would marry one of the girls. And it was this big, huge thing. And come to find out, they decided to do both. So, in one part of the book, you have Archie being married to Betty, and in the other part of the book, you have Archie being married to Veronica. Now, the way this is set up, it goes back and forth every issue. So, I'm trying to find out which issue numbers they were. No idea. So let's just say, oh, okay, so 600 was the wedding issue. So 601 would be Archie married to Veronica. 602 would be Archie married to Betty. So Archie being married to Veronica, he lives in Riverdale still. Married to Veronica, of course, working for Veronica, who is his boss, at her dad's company, like Lodge Industries, I think is what it is. Mr. Lodge, Veronica's father, being the main boss. This, of course, comes with issues as far as the relationship is concerned, and as far as work is concerned, because there are some moral dilemmas going on as far as Lodge Industries creeping franchise fast food places into Riverdale and trying to take over Pop's Chocolate Shop, which is the main hangout for everybody from the Archie book. Riverdale is a small town USA type town, and the people don't really want big changes as far as corporate America is concerned, which leads to Moose, big jock Moose, who wasn't ever very smart, running for mayor, actually. that's the Veronica side. Then we have the Betty side, where Archie and Betty live in New York, and Betty works at Saks 6th Avenue. And Archie is pursuing his music career. Now, living in New York, everything is insanely expensive, and they barely make enough to get by. Meanwhile, they have a new group of friends who all live in the same apartment building as them. Artists, film. I think she's a filmmaker. And we also come across Archie's old friend. Let me see if I can get a good shot of him. If you know Archie from way back, Archie had a best friend named Little Abner, and that's him. So, just when things are going really terrible for Archie, as far as his career is concerned, he happens upon Little Abner's chowder house. Here's some old pictures of the old Archie and Abner stuff. And finds an old friend. They get to talking, and Abner's not really happy with how his life's turned out. He's always dreamt of having like a real fancy restaurant. Archie's not happy with how his life seems to be turning out, because him and Betty are having financial problems, and his music career is going nowhere. And Betty's having problems at her work as her pay gets cut. Turns out Mr. Lodge, Veronica's father, remind you, sees Veronica being unhappy and miserable since Archie married Betty, and takes it upon himself to convince Archie to divorce Betty and get with Veronica so Veronica would be happy. Archie says no, and Mr. Lodge does everything in his power to make Archie's life, as well as everybody else in Archie's life, miserable. It's pretty intense. Like, it kind of gets dark for an Archie comic, as far as, like, the backstabbing and stuff goes. Overall, I really enjoyed this. I have book 2 downstairs that I will be reading, because it goes on from there. Like, there's little things in the story, in each story, that continue on that I'm really interested in reading. Showed you a little bit of the art. It's fantastic. I mean, it's Archie art. You know how it goes. But it does, like, there's sad moments. I will admit it, I cried at the end of this. There's a part here that just kind of got me. It happens. Yes. If you're an Archie fan, or if you've ever wanted to get into Archie, this is fantastic. Maybe not if you're just starting out reading Archie, because you don't really get all the relationships that have happened in the past. But for me, I read Archie growing up in the little digests that were at the supermarket. So I remember a lot of these people and know how they acted with each other. And this is just fantastic. There's 6 books leading up to the death of Archie, which I actually ended up getting in single issues. But it was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really did. And I'm going to try my best to find the other 2 books the other 4 books that I don't have. I have seen the 6th book at Second and Charles, but they're charging cover price for it, so I can't really bring myself to do that yet, especially when I have to get 3, 4, and 5 first. So I'll get to it eventually, but overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I thought it was great. And, yeah, that's it, I guess. So, thanks for joining me. Have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye.